Lent Day 15. Really listen to God. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the flock under his care. Today, if you only would hear his voice. Psalm 95, verse 7. Quick view. God is in charge, and he cares about you. You need to really listen to him. Question: how does God speak to me? For most of us, we probably do not hear the Lord through audio listening. Rather, we may hear the Lord through other means, especially through his word. But we also may hear him through some other person's words, through a song, or through God's Spirit communicating to our minds. Regardless, God will utilize every human mechanism to get his word to us. All we have to do is listen. Application. Last night in my men's Bible study, Chris brought up the fact that there were different types of listening skills, in that when we are discussing our faith with a little or non-believer, that we should approach that conversation using deep listening skill techniques. This enables us to use a form of listening that not only hears what is said, but also seeks to understand the whole person behind the words. This way we can understand deeply why that person believes what they do and direct our discussions from that base. Chris got me wondering what other kinds of listening there are. Up to this point, to me, listening is listening. After spending a few minutes on the internet, I found one website that details 27 different listening types. Wow, that's a lot for two little ears. I then started to think about how I listen to God. I know God talks to me, but what listening type do I employ when he is talking to me? We need to have the right listening technique. All too often when God is speaking to us, we may be applying partial, selective, false, or discriminant listening. His words to us do not arrive cleanly to our inner mind and soul. We all know that we can be bad listeners. We do it with others, and most certainly have had that happen to us by others. What we need to do is raise the bar on our listening skills with God. We need to get into that deep listening mode that I talked about above. This takes concentration, openness, desire, and focus. Most of us can't focus on God's words while watching a basketball game. Even when we don't have distractions, we can be listening to God but not hearing what he is saying. What we need to do is open ourselves, our hearts, mind, and soul, fully to him, know who he is, and understand where he is coming from. Believe that his words are for our benefit, and then seek to understand how to apply his words to our life rather than resisting them. The interesting thing is that God speaks to us more than we pay attention to him, and his words are the very solution to many issues in our lives. We just need to do something very simple. Listen. I know in these few words I am not doing justice about listening to God, but if you listen to what I am saying here, there's probably a message. I know for me there is. To be intense and intentional when listening to the wisdom that God gives when he speaks to me. God, the voice of truth in my life, I praise you for speaking specifically to me. Open my mind, heart, and soul to receive your words. Help me to put aside my desires and listen deeply to you. After I hear, help me to put your words into action in my life.